Welcome back to Campfire Tales, where the fire burns low and the night whispers stories from the shadows of folklore. I'm your host, pulling you close to the campfire to unravel tales that cling like mist in the dark. Tonight, we tread haunted paths with the sorrowful tale of the crying child, a ghost story that's chilled Appalachian hollers and beyond for generations. You've heard its whispers at sleepovers or around fires like this. Where did it come from? And why does a child's cry freeze our hearts? Let's unravel the terror. Settle in, but don't follow that sound. In a remote West Virginia holler, where ancient pines loomed over mist-shrouded trails, Hannah, a dedicated midwife, tended to the sick with her basket of remedies. One evening, after soothing a fevered woman in a secluded cabin, Hannah trekked home through the darkening forest, her lantern casting jittery shadows. The air grew thick, the trees hunching closer, their branches creaking like whispered warnings. Suddenly, a child's sob cut through the silence, raw, desperate, echoing from deep within the woods. Hannah's heart clenched. As a midwife, she couldn't ignore a child in distress. "Someone's hurt," she murmured, her voice quivering as she veered off the path, the cries tugging her like a spectral lure. The sobs led her to a clearing where an old stone well crouched, its rim choked with vines, as if the forest sought to hide it. The cries wailed from below, piercing and heartbroken. Hannah leaned over, her lantern's glow barely penetrating the inky depths, revealing a small boy huddled at the bottom, no more than 4 or 5, his face buried in his knees, sobbing uncontrollably. "Hold on, little one. Are you injured? I'm coming to get you," she called, her voice steady despite the dread knotting her stomach. The boy looked up, his eyes wide with terror, pleading in his soft little child's voice. "Help me, please. It's dark. It hurts." Frantic, Hannah scoured the clearing for anything to aid her rescue. A rope, a vine, anything. Thorns snagged her skin as she tore through bushes, her lantern's light flickering wildly, casting shadows that seemed to writhe mockingly. Minutes dragged like hours, her hope dwindling as she found only rocks and roots. "There has to be something," she whispered, her breath ragged, the boy's sobs growing more urgent, clawing at her soul. "Please hurry, I can't hold on," he cried, his tiny voice breaking with pain. Suddenly something caught her eye, a rope coiled under a bush, its end frayed but strong. "Thank heavens," Hannah breathed, tying it to a gnarled tree, testing its hold. Praying it was long enough, she descended into the well, the rope groaning under her weight. The walls oozed with moss, cold and slick, and the lantern's light above faded unnaturally, as if the darkness was devouring it. "The well's growing deeper," Hannah gasped, her arms aching, the rope stretching impossibly, the boy's whimpers turning to eerie hums. The air grew colder, the walls pulsing like a heartbeat, the cries now a low, guttural chant. Her feet hit the bottom, the ground soft and wrong, like stepping on flesh. "It's okay, I'm here," Hannah said, reaching out. The boy's head snapped up, his eyes pitch black, a wicked smile revealing sharp, needle-like teeth. In a demonic voice, chilling and not childlike, he hissed happily, "You found me!" Hannah's blood froze as he added, "Now we can play forever." She spun toward the rope. It was gone, dissolved into the dark. The lantern above snuffed out, plunging her into blackness. The well's walls tightened, the boy's laughter a jagged screech as Hannah's screams of agony tore through the void, fading until the forest fell silent. Searchers scoured the woods, finding only Hannah's basket of remedies and her shattered lantern. The well had vanished, as if the earth had swallowed it. No one saw Hannah again, and in West Virginia they whisper, "If you saw it, no you didn't. If you heard it, no you didn't. If something's chasing you, walk, don't run." That's the sorrowful tale of the crying child, rooted in Appalachian folklore. In West Virginia's hollers, tales of hauntings stretch back to the 1800s, tied to rules for surviving the wood's spirits. Haints, wraiths, or worse. Locals speak of a crying child, a spirit luring do-gooders deeper into the forest, perhaps a lost soul or a demon in disguise. These rules, if you saw it, no you didn't, warn against engaging with the supernatural, lest you be claimed. From coal camps to mountain trails, the tale chills, reminding us the forest keeps its secrets. In Philippine folklore, a chilling tale echoes. The Tiyanak's cry tells of Lita, a healer in a Luzon village, walking a moonlit path through rice fields. A baby's wail sliced the night, sharp and pleading, drifting from a banana grove. Lita, her heart stirred, followed, her bag of herbs swinging. The cries grew louder, leading her to a clearing where a swaddled infant lay under a banana tree, its sobs frail and pitiful. "Poor thing," Lita whispered, kneeling to check for injuries, her lantern casting a trembling glow. The air turned sour, heavy with the stench of rotting fruit, the grove's shadows curling like claws. As Lita reached out, the infant's eyes snapped open, red as embers, its mouth splitting into a fanged grin. In a guttural snarl it hissed, "You came!" Lita stumbled back, her lantern toppling as the creature swelled, its limbs twisting into clawed, sinewy arms. She screamed, running, but the Tiyanak's laughter chased her, its cries mimicking hers, weaving through the fields. The grove fell silent, and Lita was never seen again. Villagers found only her bag of herbs, tangled in roots, and spoke of the Tiyanak, a demon mimicking a lost child to lure the compassionate, claiming them in the dark. Some say the banana grove still wails, waiting for its next guest. In Brazilian folklore, another tale terrifies. The Curupira's call tells of João, a hunter in an Amazonian village, tracking game through dense rainforest. A child's cry broke the jungle's hum, high and frantic, echoing from a tangled clearing. João, hardened but kind, followed, his machete at his side. The cries led him deeper, the trees closing in, their roots twisting like veins underfoot. In a clearing, a small figure huddled by a stream, sobbing softly. "Are you lost?" João called, stepping closer, his torch flickering as the air grew thick with damp earth and decay. The figure turned, its eyes glowing green, its feet backward, toes pointing behind. In a distorted, childlike voice it giggled, "Follow me." João froze, the jungle shifting, paths vanishing, the cries now a mocking chant. He ran, vines snagging his legs, the Curupira's laughter weaving through the canopy. Hours later he staggered into the village, his torch gone, his face gaunt, muttering of endless paths. Elders spoke of the Curupira, a forest spirit with backward feet, luring intruders with childlike cries to trap them in the jungle's maze. João never hunted again, and some say the rainforest still echoes with cries, calling wanderers to lose their way. In Indian folklore, a sinister tale haunts. The Pichal Peri's lure tells of Arjun, a trader crossing a Himalayan trail at dusk. A faint cry, a woman's drifted from the misty pines, sharp with despair. Arjun, weary but compassionate, followed, his lantern swaying. The cries led to a rocky outcrop where a cloaked woman stood, her back to him, sobbing softly. "Who's there?" Arjun called, his voice swallowed by the fog. The air chilled, reeking of wet stone and something sour, the pines bending as if watching. The woman turned, her face pale, her feet backward, her eyes hollow voids. In a voice like cracking ice, she whispered, "Help me." Arjun's heart raced as she drifted closer, her cries morphing into a shrill wail. He backed away, the trail twisting, rocks shifting underfoot. Her wail grew louder, and Arjun's screams vanished into the mist. Searchers found only his lantern, cracked on the rocks, and spoke of the Pichal Peri, a ghostly woman luring travelers with cries to their oblivion. The Himalayan trails still carry her wails, seeking the next soul to claim. Why do these tales endure? It's the dread of a cry that pulls at your heart, leading to doom. Appalachia's rules, the Tiyanak's deception, the Curupira's maze, the Pichal Peri's lure, each warns of spirits mimicking innocence to trap the unwary. Forests, fields, mountains, they're liminal spaces where the dead or demonic linger. Next time you hear a cry in the dark, remember, no you didn't. That's all for tonight's Campfire Tales. If these stories chilled your soul, share them in the comments or tell us a ghostly tale from your hometown. Next time, we'll unravel the haunted mirror, a legend that'll make you fear your reflection. Until then, keep the fire burning and don't follow that cry.